for joining us for Monday's Living Word. We've come to the last week of 2021, and I want to encourage you this week to start looking at and setting some goals. You know, we talk about we've got to set a goal or a New Year's Eve resolution. Well, I'd like to talk to you about how to be in a place where the transition from one place to another is easy, how you can always walk in that place, and the resolution you should make. So let's start by looking at Romans chapter 1, verse 21. Romans 1:21. And before this, Paul's talking and explaining how God has put in every single human being a knowledge of him. So nobody can be without excuse saying they don't know. And in verse 21, it says, because when they knew God, they glorified him not as God. And this is very important for us. Because we know God, we should be glorifying him. To glorify God is to give him praise and thanksgiving, to thank him for what he's done for us. As Psalm 103 says, forget none of his benefits. Glorifying God is thanking him for what he has done for us. They glorified him not as God, so we should this year make that resolution to always glorify him. Neither were they thankful. This is a problem today. It says in Timothy, Paul wrote to Timothy and said, in the last days they would be unthankful. It is vitally important to make that decision to always be thankful. Thank God for your salvation. Thank him for Jesus. Every day, be thankful for the resurrection Jesus, that he died for you. Don't ever let that get commonplace or stale in your life. And they became vain in their imaginations. They didn't realize the power of imagination. And as you go through in this chapter, you realize that they became very reprobate. Homosexuality started reigning because they didn't cast down their imagination. Control your thoughts always, because Satan always will use deception. And then it goes, and their foolish heart was darkened. Have a good heart. Your heart is your spirit man and your soul. So if your heart's going to be darkened, it's your soul, because you didn't renew your mind and think on things that are pure and lovely and of a good report. And you can always prevent a darkened heart by glorifying God, being thankful, and casting down thoughts that don't line up with the Word of God. Thank you for joining us today.